So I'm gonna teach you guys how to do the fractured leg correctly. Basically, what you're looking for when you want to do a fractured leg is you want to use a T13 map. That's very, 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 very important, right? So we're gonna use that, and then on top of that, we're gonna hope to God that we drop a penumbra ring, right? So there's other possibilities, but that's the one we are really looking for. It's the +2 prefixes minus 2 suffixes, right? And the reason we want to do this on a T13 map is so we guarantee, or not guarantee, but so we have the highest likelihood of getting an item level 77. What's going to happen when you get that is you're going to block out a bunch of prefixes that you don't want. Or not a bunch, but there's a couple you'll block out, and for that reason it'll be worth way more than if it's like, let's say, 80. And then what you want to do is either sell it right there as you get it, which is already going to be a decent profit. That'll be multiple divines just in itself. Or next up would be, or next step would be using chaos orbs to attempt to get a flat tier 1, or in this case it's tier 9. But it will be in the future, it'll be tier 1 mod, which is the best type of flat damage you can get on it. That's when you get your flat damage on it, then you want to attempt to fracture and keep the flat mod being the flat fracture. Make sure that it's lightning or fire, either or. For the flat damages is the ones you want to fracture. Now, if you noticed on the one I just showed, I made the mistake of fracturing a cold mod before I knew this, and that is basically the worst one you can fracture because it's a lot easier keeping that after the fracture. So for that reason, you definitely want to go for the lightning and or fire, whichever one, and then you're gonna basically either sell it right there if you hit the fracture. Preferably you want to divine it first. I sadly did not have the divine to divine mine, so I had to just settle and just attempt to hit my fracture. Sadly it's not perfectly divine or anything, and it's the worst fracture it could be, so it's probably not worth as much as it would be if it had been lightning or fire. In that case, if you fracture, let's say, lightning, and it's divined as good as you can do it, let's say it's divined to like 80% of perfect or 90% of perfect, you should expect to get in like well above 50 divines for something like that. So it's a really profitable item. So make sure when you do get a fractured leg like we're doing here, you're gonna do it on a T13 map to try and attempt to get the item level 77, and then you're just basically crossing your fingers, hoping to God that you get a penumbra ring and not one of the others. I believe the other is a dusk, and that's, you just hope, let's just hope that when we get to the end here we get an actual penumbra, so you can see what I mean. That would be number one, but I'm not, there's no guaranteed, right? Like it's still RNG. You're just hoping to hit the right one, but if you're doing it in the right area level, as you can see it says 77 up there in the corner, there is a chance that you will get it. Let's see, and we didn't. Okay, so but this is not too bad either. This is a decent base as well. We're gonna take that, and now we're gonna check the item level, and it's 77, which is basically what we were looking for. And now what we want to do is basically just hit a flat fire or flat lightning, and then preferably divine it and then fracture it. That would be the number one outcome. As you can see here, I did not divine mine, which was really stupid, so this is not going to be worth a whole lot because it's super low roll. And on top of that, I have it up for 85 because I thought it was going to be worth a lot, but we can probably put it down to around, I would say, 75 div for now, and then see if somebody bites, and if not, then we'll just lower it a little bit more. But I feel like 75 is probably a pretty good place for this one. But yes, item level 77, that's what you're looking for. So this one I fucked up, that's before I knew it. So this one is item level 79 because I did it on a tier 15 map, which is not what you want to do. You definitely want the T13 maps. And they can be in any type of map. It does not have to be rare. It doesn't, like the mods doesn't really apply to any of this, so that really doesn't matter. It can be a white one, it can be whatever. But yeah, take that into account when you find the Lake of like the Lake of Colander, I was about to say, when you find the Fractured Lake map, and always attempt them on the always attempt them on a T13 map, right? So that's the gist of this video. I hope you liked it. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will catch you all in the next one.